They must be very careful. I'll rest there.
Yes.
Thank you, Comrade Seth, and then I'll come back to you.
I just wanted to respond to SABC. I think. Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay, that was Comrade Chisana from Alexander.
I think the people of South Africa should wake up. This issue of flat rate or issue of load shedding, it is no more as, let's de-Sowetanize this issue. It's no more a Soweto issue. It might, maybe Soweto is the loudest, but it is a national, we're facing a national crisis. Whenever people are talking about this issue, they then have to talk Soweto. This is not about Soweto. Let me remind this House that the issue of education in Afrikaans and or about the introduction of Afrikaans started in the morning in Soweto, but that night it was in Alex. That very same week it transited in Cape Town. So let us not undermine that. It's not an issue about just Soweto. It is, we're facing, I think, if it was Soweto alone, maybe we wouldn't even be sitting here in this way. It is a bigger issue than load shedding. When the schedule of load shedding is being handed out, it's not Soweto only. It is a national issue. We have asked the biggest question, and it is not only about maybe the issue of the gogos. And the gogos are everywhere, the mkulus are everywhere. All what we are saying is that the people of South Africa, maybe to are corrected, the people of Azania are saying, give us our land back. If you cannot administer it, the people will administer it. And what we are saying is that now, it is very important that we must no more be talking about Soweto. As I say, that lights are not, load shedding is not only in Soweto. And again, let me again remind this meeting that one time there was also an accusation that now people, again in Soweto and in Alex for that matter, there are illegal reconnections. Can I remind you that now the people who were dying in those reconnections are black children, are African children. Some people are trying to say we are committing suicide. We don't like it. And can I remind this House, and I hope that Human Rights Commission will tell you that 4 or 5 years ago, we gave them a letter where we were even saying that now we want to deal with government. We want to deal with illegal reconnections. And not only in Soweto, but everywhere. These are black children that are dying. It might be my sister's child or someone else. It's not a child in Sandton who is dying. It is a child Ekas, Orlando, who is dying. It is a Gogo not in Soweto, but also everywhere. Who just now my comrade there was telling me about some old ladies in El Dorado Park who are connected to oxygen tanks, and all those who are dying. Please, let us not take this issue as a Soweto thing. It has gone beyond Soweto, and that is why we are saying it is now a national issue. The non-payment culture. The non-payment culture is also a historical kind of struggle. We, before 1994, we were told that now to bring down apartheid, we had to make sure that we don't pay not only electricity and other facilities. We then said, okay, when you were coming back now from exile, coming back from prison, coming back from everywhere, you never called us to say, now guys, ready, as part of RDP or whatever you call it. Now, it's time now for you to pay back. And maybe to even get yourself in the mindset of paying. We are saying instead we had people running away to stay in Sandton. They even took the statue of Mandela and placed it in Sandton instead of Soweto. Or instead of Alexander across the road where he used to hide. Do you know what I mean? It shows how much this whole thing has been commercialized. So I'm trying to say, please, to the government, even, sometimes I say to people, this is not an issue just to be politicized. I was saying to the comrades earlier on, the other thing, it is the death and the capture, I think some form of a state capture, I call it, of the civic movement in this country. The civic movement in this country is captured. Before the civic movement would have been loud in what is happening, the civil society movement is being captured. It's been even made neoliberal. That is why people are at this point sitting with all this. Number 3, where is Brian Molefe with our money? Where can we go and collect from Brian Molefe whatever is owing this country? Why are we not arresting Brian? Instead, we give Brian Molefe a golden handshake.
And freedom.
And arrest the people. And to me, it is one day, I'm saying, at this country at the moment, we are sitting biblically. I always like the Bible. People laugh at it. We are sitting at the mene tekel of sin. You are being put in the scale and you are found weak. And the point I'm making, Chair, is the point that says the issue here is not, it's a national issue, and we're asking the government, let us have maybe another CODESA, Eskom. Question of, we no more want a Marikana, we don't want a Taitane, we don't want that anymore. We are still bleeding from a Taitane experience. We are still bleeding from Marikana. We are only saying we are being careful now as to how we go about putting our people into any struggle against electricity or against any form of protest.
Thank you. So I'll start with you, Comrade Melody, when we come back from this. Yeah. But there's still a question
6,000 rand.
From Africa Diaspora Forum, about 6,000 rand. Let's have some hands. Okay, Comrade, and then Comrade. You start and then. Please tell us your name.
I am Dr. Ares Netanda from Academic and Professional Staff Association of South Africa, known as APSA. Well, I agree with your leadership. It is true. This is a national issue.
Yes.
It's a national issue. I mean, imagine life without electricity and life without water. It will remain meaningless. And the truth is, I'm from China. The price is so exorbitant. You cannot afford. You spend 1,000, you will have units that are less than 1. I mean, this is a reality. It's what actually happened. We cannot afford to be in a situation where people, especially in the context of high unemployment rates, are facing this kind of situation. This shutdown, and we are waiting for it. We are saying this plan is very correct. It's high time that we tell our government to say what you have been doing, what you believe in. And we're saying that welcoming this kind of shutdown, so people, and everybody should be ready. Because I can tell you, my leader, if you are spending for electricity, it's not only because you are only in the informal settlement. Even those who are residing in formal settlement like myself are suffering. And we need to make sure that each and every single area is aware of this general concern. It's a national issue and we truly support that. We are saying, read the comrades forward with the strategy of that people.
Forward. Thank you, Comrade Doctor. Yeah, so I don't know, Comrade, that register, is everyone, because we'd like to keep in touch also with the media, and then when things come up, we put you in our mailing list so that you don't have to keep on calling. It just comes to your inbox. Yeah, and I'll make sure. Thank you.
Good morning. Jabu Kumalo from Daily Sun.
Thank you, sir.
Well, I'm sure that conversation will continue. Thank you so much for watching the agenda this morning. That's it for us. Next up, it's On Point. Bye-bye.